So here we are coming up on 82 to 83 miles of the 100-mile road race. At this point I am completely out of water and cramping. That's not a very good combination, but we're coming up on the neutral feed, which is a lifesaver for me because I really need this water really badly. So here I am slowing down to get some water, and you can see the field getting stretched out because these guys are attacking off the front, attacking us in the feed zone. And so here I am trying to get a drink and putting my water away, and these guys are going off the front. So in my opinion, this is a pretty shitty thing to do. It's pretty unsportsmanlike to attack people in the feed zones. It's not something that I would do, but other people do it because they want every advantage to win, and I understand. So this is something that you would have to expect. And so it's really kind of on me for not taking care of my water situation. I should have had extra bottles on me, or have had people hand them out to me near the start finish line. So here I am catching back up to the chase group, and so this is one group here, and there's another group that's up ahead that consists of around 5 riders. And so I was thinking that we could all just work together and close the gap. So here I am rotating. But after a short while, I quickly realized that a lot of these guys, if not most of these guys, didn't want to work at all. So I attack them because we can't afford to dick around letting all the strong guys up front to gain minutes on us. So the longer I spend with these guys, I realized the less chance I have at catching the breakaway. I was able to get some water, and that helped a lot with respect to me not cramping, and also I'm just spinning steady state, so that keeps the cramps away. And here I am coming up to Alex. Alex has been in the wind by himself for a long time, and he is pretty much gassed. He's done. So he wasn't able to help me at all. I had to do this by myself. And here I'm approaching one of the hills in the course, and I decided that this was going to be the time that I was going to make the bridge, because going up the hill, we're going a little bit slower. Air resistance isn't as much of an issue, whether you're an individual or in a group, and they're just pacing up the hill. So I decided to just make an extra effort to try to make the bridge, and I was able to do that. And so here we have around 5 guys here in this chase group, and there was actually a guy that's solo off the front, and I didn't know about this until much later in the race. But yeah, we're working together, and we've got all the strong guys here, and so we're just riding in the pace line. A little bit later in the race, we lost 2 guys, so now we're a group of 4 chasing the leader. One of the guys got a teammate in the front, so he wasn't doing any work at all. The guy from Bike Barn, who is behind me, I think, he pretty much didn't do any work the entire race, and now he's like talking shit to this strike rider to try to get him to do more work. And meanwhile, I'm just minding my own business. I'm trying to stay away from the drama. So at this point, I just wanted the race to be over, because the guy off the front, he's got a minute on us. There's no way for us to catch him anymore. And the field is, there's a Bike Barn guy. The field is like a minute back, so we still have some time to play games. And this guy right in front of me from Super Squadra, he was riding pretty strong the entire race, and he wasn't afraid to do any work, so I enjoyed riding with him. But these other guys, they're just kind of, escaping poles, trying to find ways to save energy for the sprint. The strike rider has a teammate up off the front, and so he really had no reason to help us do the chasing. So he's been skipping poles and saving his legs. And the bike barn guy, even though he has been doing work in the chase, he's been saving his legs for pretty much the entire race before that. So out of everyone, the bike barn guy is probably the most fresh. So we're coming up close to the finish now, and this guy is looking back. He doesn't want to be in the front because he realizes that's the worst position possible, so he points to the back and tries to tell us that the field is coming to overtake us, which was absolutely not true. So he's just trying to do anything and say anything to get someone in the front so that he doesn't have to sprint from the front. And now he's just doing fake sprints to get somebody to jump, but nobody's jumping, so we're just gonna roll into the finish like this. At this point, I'm just waiting for the first move to happen because I don't have any confidence in my legs to be able to sprint and be able to keep that position, because I think these guys are fresher than me, so there's no way I would be able to do that. So the best chance I have is to try to catch a draft and try to beat that person to the line. So he goes and I go, but he's just has so much left in the tank and I had nothing left. So the best that I could do was to hold my position and take third place, which I was able to do. So definitely learned a few lessons in this race. A little bit frustrating result, but I'm happy with it under the circumstances.